Hey everybody, it's Tat Comics. I'm making a video today because let me fix my camera. Carry want this. Maybe. As long as this thing isn't upside down, I'll be happy. But no, what I'm doing today is I wanted to shoot this video to show support to a channel that I am sub to, and I just got an alert for one of his videos and I tuned in and watched it, and it was just an amazing video where he, let me give you the title of the video first. I wrote everything down because I tend to want to make sure I get it right, especially in these types of circumstances. Well, not really circumstance, but you know, I just want to tell this YouTuber how much I appreciate what he just did for me personally, and for what I heard from watching the video on how he spoke about all these channels that are sub to him. The title of the video was, and he had a part 1 and a part 2. I watched part 2 first, and then I went back and watched part 1, and then I watched this contest video for his 100 subscriber contest. So this one was titled Every Subscriber Appreciation Shout Out and Related Comic Video, like I said, part 1 and part 2. And the YouTuber I'm talking about is Metarog. I just want to say, before I get into your contest, that you know, let's drop my pen. Before I get into your contest portion of this video, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the kind words that you did say about my channel, for selecting the book that you did, and just showing how much you appreciate everyone that's subbed to your channel. I've never seen it done like that before. I mean, I've seen people give shout outs, which is just amazing, to channels that they are subscribed to and new subscribers. But the way you went about it, bro, was brilliant. I mean, just amazing. So if anybody who is already subbed to Metarog's channel, and just in case I'm saying that wrong, it's spelled Metarog. If you're subbed to his channel and you haven't heard about these videos, or maybe you haven't watched them yet, I implore you to go watch them, because if you are subbed to his channel, he did something very special and very nice for your channel. And I applaud you, man. Great job on that. I really appreciate what you said about me and other YouTubers out there. And he just happens to have a contest going on for reaching over 100 subs. Now, I'm doing this for support. You know, if I win, that's great. If I don't, that's fine. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time and dedicating your time to really paying it forward to these channels that are sub to you, and doing it in a way that was just, like I said, amazing, fantastic, awesome, you know. And you really do watch a lot of all your supporting channels that support your channel. You know, your sub count. So congratulations again on reaching over 100. Fantastic job on those videos, man. And honestly, I'm a fan forever, bro. Seriously, I'm a fan forever. Because the one thing I love that a lot of YouTubers do is that we support other channels that we are sub to, and that you know, we want to get to know, even newer channels that we want to get to know, like I try to do a lot of times. And just paying it forward the way you did was amazing. Now on top of that, you're throwing a contest on top of that too. So you know, that right there is just, that's giving back to the community, you know. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there that pay it forward almost every day, and it's incredible, you know, especially when it's like books. So I'll turn it a little bit. Especially when it's books that I see people get as random acts of kindness, just blows me away. I'm always blown away by what I receive. You know, I never expect anything, to be honest. I have enough in my collection, as you can see. I've got books there on the side of my cabinet, which my wife doesn't like seeing, and then I got some over here, which I gotta start moving. So I'm gonna get to your contest now, Metarog, and hopefully I answer the questions right to show you that I really appreciate what you've done and what you said about my channel and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. So this is for Metarog's 100 sub appreciation contest. First, you must be sub to his channel. I am. You must be 18, way over that. You must comment or link the video to his contest video, which I will do as soon as I'm done uploading this. I'll link it right over there. Then he wants you to describe what event or moment turned you into a comic book collector. He says that you can go back and watch a previous video that he did on 2/28 for like an example, or so you can kind of understand what he means by that. Now, I haven't watched that video. I just figured, I'm gonna let you know what got me to be a comic book collector. So I'm gonna give the moment when I became a collector, and then I'm gonna give you the event that got me back into collecting, because I did quit there for a while. So the moment that got me into even thinking about buying comic books was when I was younger. Me and my brother, two of our closest friends, they all wanted to go to a comic book store. So I got to tag along, and I walked in there, didn't know what I was getting myself into. So I didn't know what a comic book was. I only knew the funnies and the newspaper and things like that, and of course Garfield, which I love Garfield. So I walked in there. Like I said in a previous video, my first book was X-Men number 12, first appearance of Juggernaut. Just hearing the background story of the X-Men and how they all try to get along and stuff like that, and who Professor Xavier was from the comic book. I believe he could have been part owner, either way. Just him describing to me about that book, that was the first book I ever bought. And I was hooked from there on to about maybe a little bit before the 90s. So I want to say I either quit around the 90s or maybe just a little bit into the 90s. So it's been that long. So that got me started to collect comic books, and I was mainly collecting then at that time X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, of course, because they changed the title. Wolverine, anything with Wolverine. That guy told me, if you ever see a cover with Wolverine on it, get it, because it'll be a cool story and the book will go up in value. I had no idea about values of comic books, but when I got to get to know Wolverine, sorry, I dropped my pen again. I have things in my hands. That's, it started a snowball for me, so I started collecting, like Wolverine and anything that had a cover with Wolverine on it. I also started getting Daredevil, of course, Ghost Rider, a little bit of Spider-Man. I was dabbling a little bit in DC, but not a lot. I mean, I had a Batman collection, a decent Batman collection. I had an okay collection of Superman, and I probably collected a little bit more like Wonder Woman, maybe Green Lantern, I want to say. But I was collecting books then, and then when I got a little bit older and started getting into music, I put comic books aside, and I started to buy stuff I needed for my drum set because I really wanted to play drums, and that got really expensive. So comic books to me I lost my appreciation for them, I guess you can say, or just the lack of wanting to read then. I was really wanting to get into playing music. So when I moved from the Bay Area, the California area, or from the state of California up to Oregon, I got married and all that stuff, moved up here, and my wife knew I had comic books, and she was, she thought that was something that I really loved to do when I was a kid. So when she saw a posting, I think it was on Facebook, maybe it was Facebook, either way, and it was about a Comic-Con that was happening in Portland, and it was called the Rose City Comic-Con. And it was, I don't know if that was their first one they had there in Portland, but it was small. Now it's bigger. And so she asked me if I wanted to go to it. I said, sure, I figured take the kids. So I took, my youngest son wasn't born then, so I took my 3 kids with me, and we went, and it was a great experience. It was fun seeing people dressed up in costumes, and now I know the term is cosplaying, because I was still learning all this stuff, and it was cool to see some guy dressed up in an Iron Man suit from head to toe. that he made himself. Seeing people dressed in Halo, and at that time I was playing video games. I wasn't collecting comic books. I was definitely playing video games and playing music. So seeing Halo was awesome. And then seeing another guy dressed up as Galactus was cool, you know. And then seeing other people just dressed as, you know, anime characters and things like that. And then, you know, I got to walk around the con. I got to see, like, okay, there was a Power Ranger there. I can't remember which Power Ranger it was. I want to say it was one that was the Green Ranger. And I'm not into Power Rangers, but it was still cool to see that, you know, he was there, signing autographs, like that. And there was a couple other people there. Can't remember all of them. And then I kept walking around. And I started coming by these comic books. I'm like, oh, wow, comic books. This is cool. You know, I didn't get a chance to really look at the comic books, but then I came around the corner, and there was this big banner. And it was Spider-Man and Venom up there. And I saw the name, it said Randy Amberlin. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to go talk to this guy, you know, because there's no one at his table at the moment. So I walked up there and started talking to him. And he started telling me, you know, like what he's done with Marvel and things like that. And I started to get to know him a little better. And he just took the time to really talk to me. So it started to spark an interest in me again. Like, okay, what comic books do I have at home that maybe I can bring to him to a next con and get it signed, you know? And I found out he did like G.I. Joe. He did Spider-Man, of course. And then I saw he had pictures on his table of like Batman, Silver Surfer, things like that. And I thought, oh, my brother would love that Batman, A.G. Surfer, you know. So I bought that Batman, had him sign it for my brother, and I think I got a print for my son too at the time. It was I let him pick, and I think he picked Silver Surfer, which was cool, you know. And I know I got a Spider-Man one from him. So, you know, I went home that day and I was just stoked. I called up my brother, told my brother about it, you know. And he was like, oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, you know. And then I found out weeks or maybe a couple months down the road that there was going to be another one up in Portland. It was the Wizard World one. So I told my brother, I'm like, hey, I looked at this list at this Comic-Con, dude, and Randy's going to be there, which is cool. I believe Mike Zeck was going to be there also. And the big name, though, was Stan Lee. So I told my brother, I'm like, hey, G, you know, dude, Stan Lee's going to be there. He's like, what? Oh, yeah. He goes, oh, man, we got to go. So this is the first con that me and my brother ever went to together. And I believe that was his first con he ever went to too. And, you know, I got to talk to my brother, and he says, well, what books do you have that you would want Stan Lee to sign? And I said, oh, dude, I don't know. I haven't looked at my collection in a long time. So we got through my collection. Brother says, hey, take your X-Men, number 12. Definitely get Stan Lee to sign that, you know. And I said, okay, cool. You know, so my brother's giving me some tips on what books to grab. And then I went to a comic book store that my wife found, and I went in there after I found my Secret Wars number 8 and a couple other books. I started collecting, start getting back into it. So I want to say the event that got me back into it, that sparked my interest in collecting comic books again, was that Rose City one when I met Randy. And then what really just, boom, blew me up was the Wizard World. Getting to meet Stan Lee and getting some books signed. I was like, man, the adrenaline was kicking in, you know. And at that time, I wasn't playing music. I was having some, that's another story. So, with that being said, that was pretty much what got me back into collecting, was just like feeling that like little kid in me just screaming out and reminding me how much fun I had when I did collect comic books and how hard I had to work to afford comic books back then in the day. So that's when I really started collecting again. That's why now, like I said, I got a cabinet that I had to build to put comic books in. Yeah, comic books are pretty much taking over my house in a way. Not so much. I mean, I really respect my wife's wishes about that. So that being said, that hopefully answers that question there. And then he wants us to recommend and link channels that we think merit more attention. This was a little hard for me, but at the same time, I thought, you know what, I'm going to, because a lot of the people that I am sub to, I've been sub to for a long time now, and I'm coming up on 2 years on YouTube. So a lot of these channels, they already have the high sub counts. They already have like the, you know, a good following where people are watching their videos and tuning in, leaving them comments and stuff like that. And that's not to say that these channels I'm going to mention haven't been able to, you know, receive the attention and stuff like that, and merit attention. But you know, the sub counts are under 100, and I like to see them get over 100. I like to see them keep just putting out those good quality videos that I've been tuning in now, watching, and enjoying a lot of, and just to give them some more attention. You know, I kind of want to say the other thing is not attention, but I want to give them a spotlight. I want to say I appreciate their channel and what they're doing, and I know that's what you're basically saying here, Metarog. You know that you want us to be able to do that in this video. So the channels that I wanted to give, I know you said 1, but I'm going to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to give 6. That's okay. I'm not doing this for extra entries or anything like that. Like I said in the beginning, you know, I'm doing this to show you support and say thank you for what you've done in those 2 videos and what you've been doing for this community and showing support. I appreciate it, man, big time. So Bubs Comics, I wanted to spotlight his channel. Great YouTuber, what I've seen. He's got a great personality. He's got a great collection, and he just did a video not too long ago that just blew me away. I was like, wow, man, because I love to watch videos and hear stories about, you know, how people out there are able to find these sweet deals on books where they're not having to dig deep in their pockets to be able to afford that book that they want, or, you know, to get books to complete their runs. So he did it. Just go watch his latest video, trust me. I'll see what I'm talking about. Great video, great channel. Pope Cerabus the First. Here's a YouTuber that I've seen him in the chats. He's come in some of my live stream chats. He's funny, and he's very, very knowledgeable about books. Because sometimes when I was trying to figure out numbers like that, he would pop it out for me in the chat. But he's got a great collection of books too, and I'd like to see his channel get a good spotlight as well. Doomsday Comics, another great channel. I would like to see him get I want to give him a spotlight to get more people to go tune into his channel, and if you like it, man, sub up any of these channels I'm talking about, you know, if you feel, you know, you want to, but I tell you, you won't regret it. CWoodard 19. Here's another YouTuber that I've seen in a lot of chat streams. He's got a broad range of collecting comic books too. He's funny. And I'm getting to know him a little better now, so great channel. Go check out CWoodard 19. And hopefully I say this right, the last name that is, but it's Ash, Anakyn. I probably said that wrong. I'm thinking of Star Wars. Let me spell it out. It's Anakyn. Here's another gentleman. It's cool. I watched one of his videos, and he had his daughter in there. It looks like a lot of his videos I gotta go back and watch too, where he has his kids involved, which is great. You know, I try to involve my kids in every once in a while when I can. There's just some that will start to get me off the subject I'm trying to do. But when it's a recording like this, it's a little bit more easier, because then they're not so energetic, where they're so excited they just start to fumble, you know, because I don't want them to knock over anything, and you know, kind of thing. But it's just cool. He has a really good channel, and I like the video that I watched so far. So if you haven't heard of his channel, please go check it out. And then the last one I have is Paulo Costa. Hopefully I said that right too. Here's another YouTuber. He subbed my channel. I subbed him back. I watched some of his videos. In fact, I believe I watched at least 2. I know that as much. I got to go back and watch some of his other ones. But he gives really great reviews on the books that he was showing or the book that he was showing in his video. But he also has a couple videos that I'm going to go back and watch, where he's having interviews with, I believe it to be people that are in the industry of, doing the art and writing and things like that. So I'm going to definitely go back and watch those and leave him a cool comment, you know, because I know it's, you know, you're meeting people and you're trying to interview and try to do stuff. I know that can't be easy, but this guy just has a charisma about him. I believe he did an excellent job. So hopefully I can link those into this video. Still learning how to do that, but if not, I at least wanted to, you know, that's why I'm doing this live, or not live. Need another drink. All right. I'm starting to act like I thought my kids would. Too excited. I'm not knocking things over. I have dropped my pen though a couple times. But I at least wanted to do this video recording, so I at least gave their names out if I couldn't link it in to my description. Then let's make sure I'm doing this right now. Okay, if you don't do a video, he's saying you can leave a comment and the contest video that he has up, and that'll get you 1 entry. If you do a video, he'll give you 3 entries, which that's cool, man. He's giving everybody a good shot to do a video, or at least be able to enter his contest. I'm stuttering again. I'm not stuttering. I'm stumbling. So like I said before, for me, I don't mind how many entries I get. Just want to say thank you, man. Seriously. Please, everybody, go check out those videos I was talking about before. They're great. Then he says this contest will end March 25th, and he's going to do 2 to 4 winners depending on how many entries he has in his contest, because he wants to be able to pay it forward. He wants to be able to pay it back. He just wants to say thank you in any way possibly that he can, which I think is awesome. Seriously. Inspiration, man. You're an inspiration. If not in the United States, he's just asking, like, if you enter his contest and you're not in the United States, to meet him halfway on the shipping. Because, shipping can be expensive. And I think it's great that he's saying that he'll allow anybody that's sub to his channel that is not in the United States to be able to still have a good chance of winning. And to just please help him out with the shipping if you possibly can. I think that's there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's that's why him saying, hey, I still want to be able to send you something if you win, but if you can help me out with the shipping, it'd be cool, because then I can get it to you a lot faster, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's all he asks that you're able to do for his contest. I think this is a great contest, and I hope you get more videos shot for your contest. And again, I just want to say this one more time, because I seriously appreciate what you did in those 2 videos for the entry, subscriber appreciation, shout out, and related comment video. Those 2 videos were just amazing, seriously. I keep rambling on about it, but please, if you are subscribed to Metarog and you haven't heard of those videos, you haven't seen them, go check them out. Trust me, it's just so cool how he went about doing this. I mean, I appreciate it, man, seriously. And like I said, there's a lot of other channels out there too that do this, where they really just support people that are sub to them. And I just really want to say I think it was really unique and amazing how you did it. So with that being said, this is Tack Comics saying rock on. Metarog, congratulations again on your sub count, and it's just going to keep growing, bro, because you're doing great things. You're doing great things, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. It's Tack Comics saying I got your back. All right, take care. Rock on.